welcome back to my channel. My name is Lori and we are finally filming another episode of the Lunar podcast. This is my dog Makoa. He's going to be wandering around. I'm sure he is feeling a little like he wants to go do something, but it's cold and rainy outside and I just don't want to go on a walk because yesterday I got my first COVID vaccine and although I feel fine, my arm is hurting and I just want to be lazy because I'm proud of myself for going to do that. I am not good with shots whatsoever. So anytime I get a shot or have to do anything medical related like that, sorry I keep looking at myself, I'm going to try to look at the camera. Forgive me. Wow, we're already off to a rambly start. But anyways, anytime I have to go like get a shot or do anything medical, I always almost pass out. So I get extremely hot and pale and I have to lay down. So yesterday was fun. I went and I got my first shot by myself. I got the shot, it was fine. Like the shot itself doesn't freak me out. It's the way my body reacts after the shot. So I went and sat in the lobby because they ask you to stay there for 15 minutes just to make sure there's no side effects or anything that hit you. And I was sitting there for like 3 minutes and there was a bunch of people in there and I was like, oh God, I need to go lay down. So I got up and I walked to the bathroom and I just know everybody saw my face was so pale and they were like, this girl is leaving after 3 minutes. And I went to the bathroom and I went into the handicap stall and I put my bag down and I laid my jacket down and I just laid there for 15 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I feel better. I can make it home now. I got in my car and I started driving. I was driving for like 5 blocks and I was like, I can't do this. I need to pull over. So I pulled over into a parking lot and I laid there again. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw the stories. I did eventually make it home. And the only symptom that I have currently is just my arm is a little stiff. So if you don't see me using it that much, that's why. Last night, I kind of felt like I had like tinglies all over my body and it was like where you want to scratch it. And that was it. I really, excuse me. I really haven't had any other side effects. I feel great today. I feel totally normal. When I got home last night, I turned on the air, which seems a little crazy. It's still pretty cold here. Today is only 55. It's cold and rainy. But I turned on the air last night because I was having those hot flashes from my anxiety that I needed to turn the air on. And I left it on while I fell asleep last night. So it is very chilly in here today. I turned it off, but I haven't turned the heat on, so it's still pretty cold. So it's nice to have my pup here keeping me warm. And that is why I'm wearing this big shirt. And I'm wearing hand-knit socks. I think I showed you these in the last episode. This yarn is by Explorer Knits and Fibers. Allie, I love her yarn. And if you guys don't have a pair of hand-knit socks and you know how to knit or you have a desire to knit socks, please give it a shot. These are the comfiest socks ever. I think I finally found my perfect sock recipe, which I will tell you right now because it's going to lead me into my first finished object, which is a pair of socks, obviously. But my perfect sock recipe as of this moment is a 2.25 millimeter knitting needle. I use the Chiagu and they're fixed, and I use, I think, a 32-inch cord because I like to do magic loop. My magic loop is a little bit tighter. I find that I knit tighter with magic loop, and that is good for socks in my opinion. So I cast on 64 stitches, and then I do 15 rounds of a 2x2 ribbon, and then I make the leg as long as I want. Sometimes I do shorties. My typical go-to is 15 rounds. And then I always do a slip stitch heel, flap, and gusset now because it fits my heel the best. Like I was doing the German short row heel for a while because it's easier if we're being honest. There's like less work to it. And I don't love knitting the heel, flap, and gusset. Trust me, it's like my least favorite part of the sock. But I do it because it fits so well and I totally am happy with the end product every time. And then I just knit my foot for 60 rounds. And I do a wedge toe. And that is how I made these socks, and that is how I made these finished object socks right here. I don't even think I showed you guys these socks in the last episode. I'm not sure if I had cast it on or not, but I did pick out some yarn. Sorry, a car went by. I picked out some yarn from my like leftover yarn that I keep. If anything is like 30 grams or more, I know I can make a pair of socks out of it. So I always like try to use those because they're already wound and easy to grab. I've been trying to use those so I don't have to wind up any yarn or anything. So I grabbed this yarn. This is by Sorella Yarns. And this contrasting color is by Wonderland Yarns. I'm not sure the color name of either of these. I didn't have the color name whenever I used this yarn for the sample knit that I got it from. And then this one I used when I made Jessie May's Secret Summer crop last year. It was one of the yarns I held double. I do know it's by Wonderland. It's by Wonderland Yarns, but I don't know anything else about it. I do know I talked about it in one of my very first episodes, so if you're very curious, you could go back and watch some of those to find out. But these are a shorty pair. These are a shorty pair mainly because I definitely knew I didn't have enough to do like a longer leg like these ones. And I thought they would be cute as a short pair anyways. So I basically just did the ribbing for 15 rounds. Sorry if the camera just moved. My dog laid down on the tripod. Which, by the way, I think I found a solution for my tripod so it's not totally leaning like usual. But anyways, I did 2 rounds of stockinette before I started the heel. I did the gusset and the foot and then just finished them. If you guys are curious, these sock blockers are from one of my very good friends that I met here online in the knitting world. And actually, that's not true. I met her at the Maker Retreat in 2019. But anyways, that's beside the point. We've kept up ever since. And she makes like knitting and crochet tools from like wood, like laser cutting. And so she made these sock blockers and I stained them since I've showed them to you guys last. So they actually match this perfectly because it's the same stain. But her username is A Cute Design. Her name is Jenna. She makes very cute, trendy, like out of the box things for knitters and crocheters. So I'll link her down below. But I am thrilled with the way these block my socks perfectly. They're not too big. I got the size small, obviously. She labels them. And they are the perfect size for my foot. I was using some blue ones before and they were too big and so they always stretch my socks out. But basically, I like to just put my socks on here until I finish the next pair. So I don't wash them when I finish them. I think that's a little silly because I do hand wash my socks after I wear all of them. I hand wash them all at once and then I throw them in the dryer on low heat for a minimal amount of time until they're dry. But yeah, so I will just put these socks on here until I finish the next pair that I'm working on. And whenever I take them off, they've already been on here for a while. So let's go ahead and show you what happens when I take them off. So they look like they're blocked, but they're not. Like, I didn't have to go through the trouble of washing them and everything. So my idea is to hang these on my bedroom wall as part of like a wall collage. And I'll always have a sock on them. So I think that would be so cute. But anyways, these sock blockers, this is what they look like. They're Granny Square inspired, and I will definitely have Jenna linked down below. I don't think she's currently making them right now. She's waiting for her laser to come in the mail because she finally got herself one, and I think that's awesome. So if you like these, definitely go check her out. She's awesome. I love her style. I just love her. Anyways, let's get on with the other finished object that I have. So you guys have definitely seen this one if you follow my videos on this channel, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this already. I'm not going to go too into depth because I have a whole video about it, but you haven't seen this since I filmed last. Excuse me, Bubba. This is my Birken sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I casted this on kind of on a whim at the end of February. I was looking at the calendar and I was looking at all my yarn and I haven't felt very inspired lately. As you guys know, I have a ton of whips happening right now. And I don't want to finish any of them. So I was at work and I was thinking about all the yarn that I have and I was looking at the calendar and I was like, Easter is just over a month away. I think I have time to knit a sweater. So I came home that day. I think it was like February 28th, 29th. Was there 29 days in February? I don't know. I have it on my Ravelry. But I came home, I did some research on the pattern, and then I wound up some yarn and I bound on, or I cast it on, and I completed it at the beginning of, what are we in, April? Yeah, I finished it at the beginning of April, so it took me just over a month to finish this. It's a beautiful colorwork sweater. Ugh. That is what it looks like. I used Quince & Co. Turn yarn, which I also have a video review on that yarn on my channel as well. So there's lots of opportunities to hear more about this sweater. I will say I used Quinceañera turn yarn. I really liked it. The pattern I made some modifications on. I cast it on for the size large, followed the size large until I got to the final set of increases. And then when I got to the final set of increases, I only increased to the size small. And then I omitted like the needle changes and stuff that she suggests for the body. And yeah, that is what my sweater looks like. I did wear it the Good Friday for work, and I loved wearing it. It's very comfortable. This is what my floats look like. There are some long floats in here. I didn't catch any of my floats because it's 3-color color work, and I wasn't worried about catching floats too. I also left the baubles off. I just wanted to focus on the details of the yoke. If you guys want to see this on, I have pictures on my Instagram that I've already mentioned like a billion times. It's Lunar Knits by Lori, just like it is on my channel. My previous video that I posted on Wednesday, I believe, is all about the sweater. And then the video I posted last week is all about the yarn. So you can definitely hear about it there. I have the split hem. I basically follow the pattern to the T, aside from the modifications I made, which sounds funny because you didn't follow the pattern to a T if you made modifications, but I just use her pattern and I move some things around. Same pattern though. So, Caitlin Hunter, Birken sweater. Love it. Highly recommend the pattern. Highly recommend the yarn. If you guys do knit this, please share a photo with me because I'm still obsessed with it. I've been obsessed with it for 2 years when I bought the yarn. And I'm obsessed with it now that I have the finished object. And it's so soft. Ugh, I love it. It's a wool silk blend. So, yeah. Birken sweater. Oh, I will tell you guys the colors just so you don't have to like go back and watch those videos if you don't want. The green color I used is called Kelp. The pink color I used is called Terracotta. The purple is called Dusk. And then this turquoisey teal color is called Aventurine. So, oh, and then the main color is called Cumulus. And I had no problems with pulling or anything weird happening. I didn't alternate skeins at all. I just went for it because I had all the same dye lot, so I had faith, and it turned out good this time. So, yeah, that is my Birken sweater by Caitlin Hunter, and that is the finished objects that I have to show you guys. It's not a lot of finished objects, which is fine. It's been just over a month since I filmed the last podcast, and I really have just knit it on that sweater. But after I finish that sweater, actually, we're going to save that for last. I'm going to go ahead and show you my socks that I casted on. I like to always have a pair of socks on my needles for at work, which is a funny story. I knit these in a week at work. I got assigned to a different branch for one random week, and it's the slowest branch, so I managed to finish that pair of socks in 1 week while at work. So that was cool. But anyways, I like to have a pair of socks on my needles for lunchtime at work or if I have any free time or anything. So I casted on my next pair. I picked out my yarn. This is 100% BFL yarn, which is the first time I've ever used BFL yarn. And it is a little bit more rustic. I also think the yarn is a little bit thinner, so I hope these socks fit. But this is by Once Upon a Corgi. She has since changed her name. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. I don't know, sorry. She used to be Once Upon a Corgi. She has a podcast here on YouTube as well, which she also changed the name of. But I got this in one of her D-stashes. It's her colorway, Rhineback Roomies or something like that. I don't remember. I kept the label so I could tell you guys, but it's all the way in there and I forgot it and I'm not going to go get it, so sorry. I did wind this up. It's been in my stash for a while and I've really been wanting to try it. So I did wind it up. I'm going to have plenty left over to make either another pair of socks or I was thinking fingerless mitts because this is such a pretty fall color in my opinion. So I did my normal 2x2 ribbing. I did 30 rounds in the foot. I have just finished the heel flap, which is why it looks weird. And I've picked up all the stitches for the gusset. I am moving right along. And this yarn is cool. It's like doing little micro striping. It's going to be like this on the front. And you can see it a little better on the heel. There's some stripes as well, but that's basically it. It's a sock. I'm in a weird place. I'm using the 2.25 millimeter Chiagu needles using Magic Loop. And I don't have much else to say. That is it. It is living in my favorite sock bag. This fits perfectly in my purse that I carry. I carry a little backpack, and it fits perfectly and leaves me plenty of room for all my other stuff. This is by my friend Justine. She gifted this to me. This is from her Lunar collection, which she made inspired by me, which is the sweetest thing ever. But she sent me this bag as a little thank you, and I'm obsessed. I'm gonna have her shop link down below too. Her name is Bent on Handmade. She's just starting out with her handmade bags, but they're really nice. Like I said, I love this size. It fits my socks perfectly. I also keep a pair of scissors, some needles, and some of those stitch markers in there. So, hey, that is my pair of socks that I'm working on. That goes everywhere with me. Loving it. All right. And my whip that I've been working on since I finished my Birken. I've been a lot more monogamous with my knitting lately. I find I have a lot of projects on the needles right now, and I'm just stressed and overwhelmed. And I'm trying to focus on actually working on what I want to make, as opposed to what I feel I have to make. So this next project is living in this project bag that I got at a yard sale, a knitter's yard sale, which was amazing. I can't believe I found one of those. It was when I was living in Columbus. But I cast it on Jessie May's new short pattern. I think it's called So Summer Short. And here they are. They're gonna be so darling. Just look at that pink color. I'm obsessed. I am almost to the point where I'm gonna split for the legs. I almost said sleeves, but they're legs. And so right now it kind of looks like a skirt, but there's a seam in the back, and you can see there's some short rows. And there's a seam in the front with a drawstring. Look how darling that is. And these are supposed to be high-waisted, so that's why they look, you know, weird. I'm making the size large. I did not gauge. I imagine my gauge is probably a little tighter than hers. I don't know. I'll let you guys know when I finish them if they fit, because that's the most important thing. So this is what I'm working on. I am using a yarn that I got from Knit Crate a little while back. This is what it's called. It's a collab they did with Our Maker Life. It is in the colorway Sandstones, which is this very cute little pink color. And it's 50% superwash merino, 30% linen, and 20% silk. And my golly, is it silky. I love it. So it's a little bit fuzzy. I don't know if you guys can see that. And sometimes there's bits of hay in here. So I think that's definitely from the linen content of this. But it's so drapey, so lightweight and silky. Here's the yarn and a skein. I have 2 skeins of it, which brings me to tell you guys, I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough to make a matching top. I'm thinking I want to make her Jessie May's outline tank. I think that would be so cute with this, like the cutest little summer set that I could lounge around the house in. I'm so excited. So this is what I currently have left of the first skein, and like I said, I'm about to finish the increases and split for the legs, and I think this will get me at least to the point where I'm done increasing, if not just right before that. And then this will help me finish the legs. They're shorts, so it's not a lot of leg to knit. So I think I will have enough to make a little tank top to go with it. And I just think that is going to be the most precious thing ever. I can't wait. I was gonna make her ruffle butt short set and like top thing, but then I saw that she posted these and they're a lot simpler, and I was like, that's so cute. And I knew I had this yarn, and I just like in my brain it just clicked, like make that set right now. She has a different shirt that goes with this, but I, for one, don't think I'll have enough yarn to make that, and 2, I really want to make the outline tank, and I think it would pair so sweet with this. Like, I don't know, just a little fun summer pajama set. Bless you. So that is what has been taking up all my time currently. This is what I'm going to be working on as soon as I get off of here. So basically, I will tell you a little bit about the pattern finally. You start with a provisional cast on, which not my favorite, but I found the technique where you make a crochet chain and you pick up the stitches from the chain, and it's so much easier and I understand it a lot better. So that is what I use, and it makes it a lot more simple. Then you knit some with this needle size smaller than your main needle. What am I using? I think I use a 3.5 millimeter for the starting needle, and then for everything else I'm using a 3.75 millimeter needle. So if you guys are curious, I think that's what the pattern calls for. I felt comfortable with that. So that is what I am using. And then you also make this I-cord, which I hate making I-cords. Let me tell you, it's my least favorite thing to do. But I did it. I made it first and now it's done. So you make an I-cord and then you encase that in the little waistband by flipping this over and knitting your live stitches with the provisional cast on stitches. And then your shorts are formed by making some increases down the front and down the back, and you can adjust the height of them based on your increasing. It all is in the pattern. The pattern is so easy to follow. I think a beginner could totally make these shorts, especially using her pattern, because she is just really good at pattern making, as I found. So highly recommend this pattern if you want to do something a little different than a sweater. And I really do recommend using like a linen yarn so you can enjoy them in the summer. I really like the yarn that I got from Knit Crate. I am a Knit Crate affiliate. If you guys want to check them out, you can check a link or something down below. It may or may not be there. I don't know. Sometimes I leave it off. But that is my whip right now. That is what I've been working on. And is hopefully going to be finished today so I can start that top. Yeah, because I just want to take cute pictures. That's really what it boils down to. I'm like, oh, it's going to be so cute. I want to take pictures. All right, I did have two other things I wanted to show you guys before I jump off of here. And they are some acquisitions, not yarn. So you're welcome. But I have two things here that I just want to show you guys before I hop off of here. The first is this pen that I got from Shelly Can. She makes awesome enamel pens. This is the Feel the Burr pen, and it's Bernie Sanders on a yarn ball. I couldn't resist. I pre-ordered it as soon as I saw it. Her pens are always very high quality. I haven't put it on a bag yet, and I've had it for at least a month. But yes, how cute is that? I just thought this would be the perfect reminder of 2020. I know it happened in 2021, but this moment I feel was like the wrap up of 2020. So, and the fresh start for the new year. And it was exactly how we were all feeling in the exact moment I feel that way. So that is why I got that pen as a reminder for myself. I really want to put it on my bag, like my purse, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to put it through the leather. So I've been debating, which is why I haven't put it on anything yet. And the last thing I want to show you guys was I finally got my hands on the Pom Pom Quarterly. This is the issue from winter 2018. I have wanted this so badly for so long. I used to go on eBay and look for it. I'd go on Ravelry and look for it, and nobody's selling it because look how freaking gorgeous it is. This is going to go on my coffee table when I finally get one because I think it fits the aesthetic of my living room perfectly. Actually, of my house. I just painted my front door like this really cute peachy pink color. And the theme of my house is colors like pastel-y pinks and yellows and things like that, and black, if you can't tell. I have this black side and this pastel side, and yeah, so this will fit perfectly on my coffee table. I have my two other Pom Pom magazines underneath this candle, and they're both pink, so I think the balance will be nice. But also, the sweaters in here are gorgeous. Look at this one on the front. Oh my gosh, I love it. So finally, I found it because Pom Pom magazine actually reposted it. They did another print of it and they offered it for like a pre-order. No, they had some available, I think. And I think I was at work and I was like, I'm getting it. I need to do it right now before they're sold out. And I got it and I am excited about it. There's at least 3 or 4 patterns in here that I would love to make someday. They are going to be long-term makes, I am sure, because some of them aren't the most wearable. Like, I don't know that I'd actually wear that, but I freaking want to knit it. So, maybe. Anyways, that is everything I have to talk about with you guys today. I think I'll probably be editing this and be like, oh man, I forgot to talk about that. But this has been a shorter video. I haven't been knitting a whole lot. That's not true. I've been knitting a lot, but on one thing, which I feel pretty good about. I do want to pull out one of my other whips that I've had on my needle since last year. It's another like linen-y silky top. So after I finish these shorts and the matching top, that is what I plan on taking out and trying to figure out where I left off at and finishing. So yeah, I hope that I will continue to make more videos. I've been enjoying it again a little bit here and there. Haven't done a whole lot, but I want to get back into making more content for you guys because it is something that truly makes me happy. And I love watching you guys join the family. It's a lot of fun. So if you guys have any questions or comments or just want to hang out and talk, leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for maybe more content. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye!